Welcome everyone to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling.
We are at the Wisconsin State Fair. The Wisconsin State Fair in mid-August each and every year. wistatefair.com. We got a great show lined up for you. We got pork delicacies, so stay tuned. And you see all these people behind us, they're all skipping work, so turn them in.
Yep, you got it.
They're all skipping work, so turn them in.
Too.
There's nobody there right now.
They ran.
We'll be right back.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you by Modern Home Products, the makers of MHP, Phoenix and Profire Grills, Cherry Delight, Brew Pub Pizza, Wisconsin Potatoes, Sundrop Soda, Merck's Cheese Spread, and by Glorious Malone's Fine Sausage.
Welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling, and I'll tell you what, it's a glorious, glorious day today.
It's a glorious Malone day today.
It is a glorious Malone day.
Malone Fine Sausage. We're going to be doing some great pork delicacies. Our good friend Daphne took over the company for her mother, who started it in the 1960s, the late 60s, in just about a few miles from here. We're in West Allis, downtown Milwaukee, MaloneFineSausage.com, MaloneFineSausage.com. Beautiful pork delicacies and pâtés, and we'll be showing you how to use those. That's our protein for the day. This is an all-natural show because pork delicacies are all natural, no extra preservatives or additives. It's just pure pork and spices and herbs, and that's what we're doing here today.
And it is absolutely delicious.
Stuff it.
Oh, I'm going to tell you how to stuff it
Merrill.
today. I'm going to use a little bit of Glorious Malone's peppercorn pâté that I'm using right here. And all I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, right in front of your very eyes, I'm going to take a knife. And I'm going to slice this baby right in half.
Don't cut your finger like you did last Christmas.
And then we're going to go ahead and cut around. And I'm going to stuff this. You know, I love stuffed tomatoes.
I do too.
So many different things, ways that you can do this. A lot of times I even like using breadcrumbs on these babies. And then go ahead, a little oil, place them on the grill. But on today, we're going to stuff it with Glorious Malone's peppercorn there. Whoops, they got a little trouble there. All right. All I'm going to do is I got the peppercorn, I got some cheese, a little bit of olives, and some onion.
Going to be good.
I'm going to mix it all up together, yeah. And you're just going to, as I told Mad Dog many a times, just to stuff it.
Yep.
And you want to stuff it up really good.
You know, I found out with tomatoes, when you stuff them and you cook them, there's a fine point when they're nice and crisp and firm yet, you should take them off the grill.
Yes, you got to be careful.
And then there's another fine point when they get overly done, but they're good both ways.
That's right, that's right. Be nice to get them crispy. You know what? If you don't, you don't. It's grilling, what the heck? A little bit of pesto, and I'm not going to use very much of this, all right? Just got a little bit of basil in it, which, you know.
I love
tomato
that flavor.
Tomato and basils go good together.
It's like a bruschetta.
Yo, man, now you got me hungry for that,
peppercorn
too.
pâté bruschetta.
And then top this with a little bit of Grandma Hazel. Place it on the grill, sir. So we're all set.
So if you lift the hood up.
Yes, sir.
Over here on the MHP and stand back just a tad bit.
I got her.
I'll put these on the grill, and we're going to cook those indirect for about 15 minutes or so.
Around 15 minutes. You want to get them still like a little bit firm if you can. If you overcook them, you overcook them.
And I'll grab those off the grill.
Right.
We've got some on our Phoenix grill over here. The Phoenix grill is a great one to do the tomatoes on, and also our jalapeno poppers, which we're going to show next. But here those are, and those are done right. And you serve those up to some guests. Now that has the protein right in it, so that's a nice little hors d'oeuvre. Or you can serve it up. Let me get that little skin off there.
You got
it.
It's going to slide, baby.
And now next, those are nice little hors d'oeuvres, little appetizers. Another great little appetizer is jalapeno poppers. We've done poppers before, and they're delicious to do. A nice fresh jalapeno. When I think of the Wisconsin State Fair, I think of freshness, I think of the harvest, I think of all the great buildings with all the great animals in there, and also all the wonderful vegetables that were fresh to harvest. Sir. So Wisconsin State Fair is a great place to be. We are doing pork delicacies. In fact, we have the Wisconsin Pork Association right behind us here. They cook up pork sandwiches, so it's kind of fitting that we have Glorious Malone with us today, and we have her pork delicacies, her pâtés. So we're going to take a nice fresh jalapeno, and I slice off one of the sides, and a couple quick little incisions, because we are doctors of grillology.
Oh, yes.
And we pop the seeds out. Now, if the in-laws are coming over, leave some of the seeds in there. They love them.
Oh, yeah, they do. I give them to mine all the time.
Otherwise, you just tap it on the countertop. Just like with Merrill, instead of doing the pâté, I did the pork delicacies, the nice head cheese, as it were, and I diced that up, and I'm going to put that in the center, and we're going to add some great grated cheese to that, some onions and some olives, and I'm just going to mix that all up, and we're going to add that right inside our little jalapeno poppers. And that's our protein, that's our little stuffing. There's so many different ways to do jalapeno poppers. So we're gonna place those on the grill, and I like to blister the little bottoms. Now for you folks that don't love hot peppers, leave it over to the side where there is no heat and slow cook them for about 30 minutes or so, and I'll show you some nice well done ones. The longer you cook that hot pepper, the less intense the heat. For you folks on the loving hot peppers, put it directly on the grates of the grill like Meryl's tomatoes over here. I'll put it over the side where there is heat, and we'll put those peppers over there, and it's 2 to 5 minutes. Just long enough to blister little bottoms. Just long enough to blister little bottoms, and they come out wonderful. And let's show those little jalapeno poppers now. So these have been on our Phoenix grill. The nice thing about the Phoenix grill is we have a double burner going action, but there's a metal plate in there so that the heat hits the bottom, diverts around. So we always have a form of indirect cooking, but we can fire up both burners and really sear some good action going.
That is nice. It does a good job on that, too.
It really does.
Even if you're doing your chicken, oh, fantastic. All right, good job there, sir. I like that.
So we'll show these. These are glorious Malones. And we are having a glorious day at the Wisconsin State Fair. Wisconsin, WIStatefair.com. We'll be right back with more Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling right after this, folks.
You got it.
Gonna be a good time.
It is gonna be good.
Yeah. Welcome back to Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling. Once again, we are at the Wisconsin State Fair, WIStatefair.com. A special salute, not just to all our viewers out there and listeners throughout the different states that we air, between Iowa, between Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, but our good friends over at CW57 in Madison who made it all possible for us to be here today. We do appreciate it. WIStatefair.com for more info on the Wisconsin State Fair. But our good friends at Glorious Malone, that's what it's all about here today. MaloneFineSausage.com. MaloneFineSausage.com. And I love zucchini.
Oh, man.
I love zucchini, let me tell you that.
So
we can do paddles of zucchini. I'm kind of exaggerating this one here to show you good folks, but I'm gonna snip off both ends.
All right.
And I've got a Ziploc baggie waiting for these with a little bit of our sunflower oil and Grandma Hazel's in. But we're simply gonna take our zucchini squash, and I love zucchini when it's in season. We're simply going to cut a nice paddle off from there.
You got her.
Lengthwise, any slab size you want. And we're gonna marinate that a little bit in Italian dressing or make your own with our sunflower oil and Grandma Hazel's. So that gets marinated for a couple of hours. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna grill those paddles, direct method of cooking, just like I'm flipping this one over. Now it's nice and tender, and I'll show you the done product in a moment. But let me flip over the bigger side, and I'll show you how to create these paddles. So we put the paddles of zucchini on for about 4 to 5 minutes on the side, just to brown up nicely. Grab your favorite Alfredo sauce, grab your favorite pizza sauce, grab Thousand Island and make German ones, I don't care.
Yeah.
But you always use
creative.
Glorious Malone's in place of the corned beef. And you put a little pizza sauce over the top of that. Now I've got simple ingredients today. I've got onions, I've got green olives, and I've got some wonderful Anaheim peppers that have a little bite but not too bad. So now we've got the pizza sauce on there. You got to have some wonderful onions. You put a little bit of those wonderful green olives.
I love green olives. There's something about I just love green olives. I do.
Yeah, you could take them off, and I'd love them even more sometimes. But sometimes I love them. I don't know.
I like them.
It's a flip of the coin. And I had to keep out of the sunlight our beautiful Glorious Malone, safety first. And we're just going to simply drape, and this stuff deliciously melts over the top. And we don't need any cheese. It's just simply the Glorious Malones over the top. We're going to put the hood down, and let me show you the end result. These are just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to use your board because I don't think...
Go right ahead, sir.
Thank you.
Look at that.
And that is a wonderful meal in itself, and zucchini is delicious.
For a meal or an hors d'oeuvre, I'll tell you what.
And there's a wonderful pork delicacy right there. That's with the Glorious Malone. And I actually used the regular head cheese, just the mild, the pork delicacy mild. And that came out just absolutely wonderful. But that's an Italian pizza with zucchini as the crust. What's Meryl up to today?
Hey, you're going to use the
I didn't know they piled it that high, but then I went to the swine barn and I did see it.
You go with the mild, I'm going with the spicy, man. All right?
Smoky hot.
Obviously, pizzas are always good. Something very simple, used to always like making my own homemade pizzas. I like these because they're already pre-cooked, they're already made.
Our good friends at Golden Home.
Yep, it's good stuff. All right, pesto. You can't use the olive oil, usual flavor, but you get the bottle
You could
pesto.
use my generic pizza sauce.
You know, you use the pesto,
Yep.
you've got all the flavor in there. Some you'll get with a little bit of garlic in there, some you'll get with a little bit of basil. We're gonna mix it all around, and you don't really need that much. This has got a really nice, good oil base to it.
And are you gonna grill those direct or indirect?
I'm gonna do these, matter of fact, indirect.
Are you?
Okay,
Yeah.
you can't go direct on this.
Yeah.
Very easy to do. A little bit of mushrooms on here. I'm not gonna use all of them here because these are nice mushrooms.
Portobello.
Portobellos.
Baby
Which
portobellos.
I love, man. I could eat portobellos all day long. That's good enough right there. A little bit of cheese.
And I'll cut your pork delicacies.
All right.
Now that's the smoky
It's milky.
hot.
And nothing, I'm not overdoing this at all because you really want to get the flavor of the glorious Malones on there.
Yes,
You're
you
going to
do.
get the flavor of the basil, which will really add a nice, good touch. And of course, you've got the portobello mushrooms on there with a little bit of cheese. You place it on the grill. I'm going to go indirect. You can't go direct on there. I got some going on right now.
Let me grab them babies off
Oh,
there.
they're
Let me just get rid of all my ingredients here.
There
Let
you
me
go.
flip
You're a
my
good
clean
man.
board over.
Look at, he's got a clean board. See how I do that? Yeah, this man can clean just like that.
So I
There you
actually
go.
helped Merrill grill these. I started out a small direct heat and then shut off that burner and cooked on the other
Yep.
side, and it seemed to work pretty well. But
That's
those are
good.
great little pizzas you can do. You did a great
Right,
job,
you know,
Merrill.
they're good. Remember, I didn't use that much cheese or anything.
No.
Nice and delicate. You got the zucchini there. Well, it's got a really nice little appetizer. You can use it to sit down for a meal,
Hey,
too.
don't forget when you go into MaloneFineSausage.com, make sure you look under their website if you would please. Go to MaloneFineSausage.com. Under their website, you see all the great products she's got. You have a store locator to find out where those products are located, and it's buy local, support local. Buy local, support local. That's
it's
why
all
we're at
about.
the Wisconsin State Fair today. That's why we're promoting our good friend Daphne and her wonderful company, Malone'sFineSausage.com.
Because it's glorious
It's a glorious day at the State Fair.
with glorious Malone.
We'll be right back.
View past episodes of our show by going to maddogandmerrill.com and click on Midwest Grillin'.
I'll tell you what, an hors d'oeuvres day to day, appetizers on the grill. And if you want to do a little tropical, little Hawaiian type of idea, all you simply do is take some nice fresh green pepper, cut a couple little slices any direction you want, take some nice little ham. Ham is already pre-cooked, so all we're really doing is warming up these little hors d'oeuvres. I opened up a can of pineapple chunks, and these are a little combination of hors d'oeuvres, simple and easy to do. All you simply do is take a toothpick. I like to put the pineapple in the center so that it stays well, and the green pepper. And if you take a look at this grill, we got a medium direct heat, and all I did, and you can baste them with a brown sugar glaze. It's just 3 to 4 minutes on both sides. They're fast, they're easy for a family get together. They're perfect. Ham it up.
All right, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'. We are at the Wisconsin State Fair. And hey, gotta say hi to...
A salute to Russ from Jackson, Wisconsin. Just
Yes.
stopped on by. I've seen a lot of great friends that watch our show. And a wonderful salute out to the Quad Cities, was it, Rod? A good friend to the Quad Cities out there, besides all the great folks that do air our show. We are local because we're Midwesterners. No matter where you are watching the show, you're a Midwesterner, we're Midwesterners. We're doing Midwest foods. Today it's MaloneFineSausage.com. And what a great lady Daphne is, and she does her best. She is an entrepreneur. Her mother was a pioneer in her field, coming from Louisiana up here to start her own business. She was a pioneer, she was a fine lady, and Daphne took her place over at MaloneFineSausage.com.
Yep, you got it.
And speaking of Wisconsin, I got to put a kudos out to, and they're good friends of ours. I got some Yukon Golds in front of me. You got to have Yukon Golds. This has so much moisture in there, it's unbelievable. It's one of the most moist potatoes I've ever seen, and it's all grown in Wisconsin. And we're going to take our Wisconsin potato, and I'm going to slice some great paddles. And we've done the paddles a few times on our show, but this one's got a little twist to it. So we're going to take, and usually out of one potato now, I get 3 paddles because I want them nice and thick.
All right.
And I'm going to take a Ziploc baggie. I'm going to pour a little bit of our sunflower oil in there, a little gram of Hazel's, and we're going to marinate those. And I actually add a little bit of rice vinegar too, because that's what keeps it from turning the brown color. So we take our paddles, and this is a beautiful Yukon Gold potato cut into a paddle with all that great moisture, and we're gonna toss that directly on the grates of the grill. Nice direct method on our Phoenix grill with the double burner system. I got both burners on a nice high heat now, so I get a good searing action for those potatoes. And I've got one just browned up just gorgeously back here. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a little bit of Mad Dog and Merrill. we're gonna take actually it's a nice little foot massage, isn't that nice? Merrill, go kick those kids off there so we can sit down there. Wave, over here, turn. Hey, hey, wave.
Hey, there you go, there you go.
Okay, back to the action.
All right, here we go.
We're gonna take Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling Sauce #1. Buy local, support local. Look at your local grocery stores for all of Mad Dog and Merrill products. Just look for those two good-looking guys on the label. And we're just gonna take a little bit of our #1 sweetened sauce on there, and we're gonna top that with some great ingredients, from onions to peppers.
Ooh, gonna be good, sir.
It is gonna be a lovely thing. We're gonna simplify ours. We're gonna take a little bit of regular Wisconsin cheese, place that over the top, some wonderful Glorious Malone's mild pate, and we're gonna put that hood down. And I'll tell you what we're gonna do is I move my, stay right there, don't move the camera.
I'm not gonna leave, all right.
Thank you.
Oh,
So we browned our potato paddles up about 5-6 minutes on both sides. They're nice and tender, nice and brown. We built ourselves a nice little Glorious Malone potato paddle with the Yukon Golds, and I'll tell you what, and when you come to the State Fair, besides all the great items that are here, don't forget to visit the Egg Building with all the Wisconsin products and get yourself maybe a baked potato or an ice cream sundae or ice cream from Cedar Creek.
Right? Yeah, you got it. You got it. Oh, the lamb sausage too. Can't go wrong with that either.
But there, so WIStatefair.com. Those beautiful Glorious Malone paddles. Those look delicious. I can't wait to dig into those.
All right, a little French baguette here, ladies and gentlemen. Talking French here.
Oh yeah, so
all
good.
right, got a nice little baguette here.
I've been left holding the bag.
He's been holding the bag all his life. I'm going to slice this right down the middle. So we have 2 sections here.
2 baguettes.
2 baguettes.
A half on each.
A half on each side. You want to cut it good. There we go. Open that up.
2 baguettes.
2 baguettes. I want to make a little sauce here. Very easy. There again, I'm using our sunflower oil. Very good, high in vitamin E. I love this stuff. I can't say enough about it.
Dale and Pam.
I really can't say enough about it. A little pesto. I'm using a lot of pesto today. Lots of pesto. I want to put a good whopping, good
just set that right there then.
All right, I will. I got a bad habit of that, don't I? I'm so sorry. A little bit of garlic.
He's the creating of the pesto.
A little garlic. A little Grandma Hazel's.
Yeah, don't he's not looking good, but thank you.
Hey, come on. I think I'm looking good. All right, I got everything that I want on that baby.
Look out, he's gonna shake
Hey,
it,
I'm gonna
ladies and
shake
gentlemen.
All right, you ready?
I'm
Here
ready.
we go.
Tell me when you're done.
Boom!
Oh, dang, he scares me every time like that.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna just spread this right on.
You know how to spread it, man.
It is. Now the toppings, or I'll let you grab the toppings here too. I'll
Sure.
make sure we got enough time on here to do this.
I bet you we got 2 minutes left.
Oh, do we? Okay, good. All right.
That looks good so far.
It
Boy,
is,
I'll
it
tell you,
is.
that pesto you can
You
smell
know,
that
I mean,
oil and
the
powder.
garlic in there, definitely. All right.
So we're
Top
gonna-
with some green pepper.
Oh, great.
All right,
So
you're a
you
good
tell me
man.
what to do because I haven't a clue. Green
Little
pepper?
green peppers. You got some onions there.
I got some onions
You
there.
know, it's back. It must be olives. You know, Wisconsin has the best olives. You got to come to Wisconsin to have olives. But put some olives on that.
The olives will be good on there.
I know. Got to top that with some good old Wisconsin cheese. Now we're talking.
Watch
all
this.
right?
Watch this one here
Place
because
that
I
on
saw you
top.
do that one there.
You're
I'm
doing
going to go
a good job.
inadvertently
Boy,
like
I'll
that.
tell you, I'm
Watch this. Watch
exhausted.
this.
All
You know,
this
do
work
that.
that I'm doing here.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch
All
this.
right, all right.
Like that. Like that.
Yep.
Like that. Now the key.
Glorious Malone, ladies and gentlemen.
So we're going to take a little bit of our pate and we're going to place that in between. And we've got the pork
got it,
delicacies
sir.
in between.
There again, you can grill this indirect. You can even do this direct if you'd like to. About 15, 20 minutes. Leave it on longer. The baguette will become really nice and crusty. We've got some over here.
Now watch this. This
Oh.
isn't done yet. This isn't done yet. This was my little idea. Now there's Merrill's idea right there. That
Yep,
looks
yep,
delicious.
yep.
But now we want to crispen it up a little bit. So there's some nice Wisconsin fresh homegrown cucumbers. Support your local.
Oh, man.
so that's kind of.
Yeah.
Just move that up there so we get a nice even center. Okay, watch this.
All right.
So we got a little crispness going on top of there.
Little
And I'll tell you what, get some tomatoes, serve that baby up. We'll be right back to wrap
All
this
right, you
baby
got
up
it, you
here
got
at the
it, you got it.
Wisconsin State Fair. Well, I'll tell you what, we've had a great time here at the Wisconsin State Fair. When you come visit Wisconsin State Fair, you've got all the great associations here, from the pork, the beef, the lamb association, you got the dairy council here, you got our good friends at the potato council, you got the, oh boy, I'm not going to be able to mention
No,
them
you're
all.
not. You'll get in trouble because somebody yell at you.
WIStatefair.com. It's a great time here at the Wisconsin State Fair. And happy grilling, folks. We'll see you another time.
Good eating. So I'm going to go get a sundae.
The Maple Association is
Yeah.
here too.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is a production of Lashbro Visual Communications.